Alright, here it is, the Fender G-dec 30. One of the first of the modelling amps. We'll zoom out a bit and have a bit of a look at what it looks like. Classic Fender appearance, except for, of course, the screen with all the information at the top there. Let's have a listen to how it sounds. Now, obviously, we have an effect there. I've also got drums. Okay, so yes, this amplifier does have a whole set of drum rhythms and also bass patterns in as well. So you can actually practice your soloing by changing the key of the bass rhythms that this amp will play for you. It's also got way over on the right hand side there, MIDI in and MIDI out. So you can run a keyboard or a MIDI file player into that or something and have a whole band backing you. It's got the whole 128 MIDI sound set, which I know isn't massive, but it's general MIDI and it will cover all your needs, all your basic needs anyway. So let's have a listen to some of the sounds. You go through the FX menu here by pressing the FX button, and the more you press it, the more items you go through in the menu. And so we've got a whole range of effects, and we can stack a few of them together. Let's hear a few more. Ring modulator. Some of these are effect combos too, like chorus and delay together, or flanger and delay, those kinds of things. And then of course we've got noise reduction and compression and things like that are all separate again. Okay. And well, we won't have the decimator just yet. Okay, let's stick with Vibratone for the moment and then change our amp setting. Now, apart from a whole bunch of amp models, this is where you find your distortions, fuzz pedals, and things like that as well. Acoustic simulator. I think that effect that I've chosen is really kind of spoiling things. That's an interesting one. So let's go through our amp menu again. We can change the amount of delay, gain, sorry. We're already up on 9, so we'll leave it that way. Got bass, middle and treble controls here. Sounds a bit trebly to me, so I'll turn that down a bit. And you simply change the value by dialing this knob, and the save button starts to flash red to tell you that you have changed some values, and it can save at any time if you want to. Okay, here's a compressor. 3 settings, or 4 if you include off, low and medium, and high. And timbre, this is where you can change the character of your amp. Full body, razor's edge, no cabinets, super bright. What else have we got in this list? Noise gate, it's on super at the moment. And of course, the lower we turn it down, the more hum we get in the background. I'm using a bit of a dodgy old cable here too, so it's not usually this noisy. So let's just leave it on high. And what else have we got? If we go through our drums section here, you can choose patterns, and also On this menu item here, you can choose the key that it's playing in. Presently it's G, but you can change that to anything. Because like I said before, you can practice your soloing using this amp and learn all about keys and scales and things like that. And a bit more about the theory of your soloing so that you can be a better player. That's a really handy tool. You can change tempo, obviously. Going down the scale, we've got drum level, which is set to 7 out of 10. And bass level, which is good to leave at 0, because some of the... Well, if you're not practicing your soloing, it's good to leave it 0, because some of the bass lines are pretty corny. But, you know, like I said, if you just want your basic blues 12-bar thing happening or whatever, it sounds fine, no problem at all. But for performing, me personally, when I do my tiny little shows, I like to just let the drum loop run and do my own playing on top of that. One more thing I'll say about this is that I've replaced the 10-inch speaker that's in it with a hi-fi speaker with a tweeter built into it. I can't recommend enough to do this. I'll put up another link for the video that I showed on YouTube 5 or 6 months ago, saying how to replace and the benefits of replacing the speaker, because the speaker that comes with it is terrible. It's very factory standard. If you can grab yourself any kind of studio monitor speaker or a hi-fi speaker or any kind of good quality speaker, get it in there as quickly as you can, and you'll find a huge improvement in noise levels and a huge improvement in sound quality and clarity. So let's try a few of the other presets. So there's something like 30, oh no, it must be about 50 presets in here. So if I have blues rock here, for example, it's going to play an appropriate rhythm for that. I chose bad note start there. All the notes I'm choosing are bad ones. Because I don't know what key we're playing in. I'd probably get it wrong anyway. Anyway, the point is, we've got all different kinds of rhythms here. I don't know if you heard that just then, but it gives you a little bit of a feel on about every 8th bar as well. So there's a really quick wrap up of the Fender G-dec speaker. I'll just tell you that around the back you've got a stereo RCA auxiliary in as well as a TRS auxiliary in. Really handy again if you're adding extra instruments, small performance, you just want to route a few other things in like a little synth or something like that. It'll do the job perfectly. I really think this amplifier has a really special place in time and history, and I think everybody should own one. Fender G-dec. Check it out.